All right, guys, back at it again. Ascended Arts. We got a VIP, Jared Cannonier, the pain engineer. You like that?
I like that.
That's here to stay. No, I'm just kidding.
I like that one.
But Jay, thanks for coming. I know you don't do a lot of interviews, so it's an honor. We're definitely blessed to have you. Best in the world right here, man. We got a title shot coming up. I don't know if you guys missed it. About 15 days ago. Yeah. Dominating performance. Beat Mr. Brunson. Put a good whooping on him in that second. Definitely shoe in for the next contender. Robbie is in the corner. This is the man who lived it. Just maybe your thoughts on the fight, how it went down, how your week went, how you felt going into it, etc. Let you touch on that.
Well, fight week again was wonderful. Business as usual, I guess. It's always good to go to new places and see different things, go to a different hotel and do the thing that we do, work out, train, get ready to whoop some ass. Mm-hmm. So it was good, man. Fight week was perfect. Still not as good as Fight Island.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, because I was eating steaks and grilled salmon out there. So that place was nice.
Okay.
But it was good nonetheless. We got some good work in, really dialed in, got real dialed in for the fight. And it was just fun, training with Randy and Rob throughout the whole week. Mm-hmm. And then going through, all the UFC stuff, being in another fight week. It was pretty cool. It's
a cool thing, being a member of the gym and when you guys are ready to take off. And like you got all the guys like getting your gear together and you guys are ready to roll out. It reminds me of like Gladiator. When they're like leaving the village and like all the people are like, all right, go, man, and then like you're like going to do your thing. It's a cool thing. It's sweet to see all that work kind of come together and you guys go out there and perform at the highest level. It's an honor to see it. I'll tell you.
There's always that informal sort of send off you get before you head off to the fights. Everybody's ready.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's going to battle and they see you getting ready to go and it's like, all right, let's go. So everybody gets pumped and it's real good, man. It's a real good feeling being here at this gym, It's a lot of energy, a lot of love, a lot of support, and just everything I needed for my career, for me as a martial artist. So yeah, it's definitely going great here.
Yeah, I think whatever decisions you made, like up until this point, obviously have been like just the best decisions. Like the execution on that last fight was just, you dominated that guy. You know what I mean? I think like, I don't know, dominating is the best word for it. Like you went under starch and they threw the towel in. When was the last time a towel has been thrown in a UFC fight, let alone a contender fight?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was all your decisions you made these last few years, moving your family out here and having the discipline, the dedication, and the belief in yourself. And it's cool. Now we're fighting for the biggest strap in the sport, against the biggest name and one of the biggest legacies.
Yeah.
And as a martial artist, this is as cool as it gets, it's as big as it gets, and it's been awesome to see your career kind of develop and to see you grow as an athlete and just as a fighter and a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you, man.
Because you starched that guy. It wasn't. Even when Bisbane was all talking his shit or whatever, saying why the corner's saying that's all he's got. But from our perception, like where we saw was like, he was freaking. He was beat up. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, he was getting.
Like he wasn't.
I do?
Yeah. Remember I gave you.
Hey, we got a celebrity visit.
I don't have it on this.
What's up, Maria?
No, I didn't bring it.
Okay.
The queen of the lab, Maria Henderson. But yeah, Rob, what are you saying? He was.
You know what I mean, though? Because like I meant exactly that. I meant exactly what I said was that's all he's got, because we saw your face and you were no threat whatsoever. You were on the ground more than 30 seconds. This whole camp you've been doing scrambles off the wall and off the ground with way better wrestlers. You said they were way stronger than Derek too, and man, it was a dismantling all the way through. I won't accept. Some people say, oh, it was close. That first, he almost lost that first round. No, he didn't, bro. He won every position. You know what I mean? And dominating performance, and there's no excuse. There's you're the man in line for the belt. You know, let's go take that thing and start your legacy.
Yeah. The fight in itself felt relatively easy to me. You know, even the first round when people perceived that it was an adversity and all that stuff. Like you said, Rob, there was no change in the thought process in my mind. When he shot, we knew he was going to shoot. We was completely prepared for him to shoot and to defend. Completely prepared for him to take us down if he was successful. And I was already prepared to get right back up and get right back to work. Start getting in his face, putting pressure on him, and watching him break. And I think I like the way you said it best a couple of days ago. You said it was like watching a sinking ship. And that's exactly how it felt.
Yeah.
It's like we start, the ref says go, and then you start sinking.
Yeah.
You know. But I was pretty impressed with his output. It was a lot of output on his part, and really, he gassed himself out in that regard.
Yeah. Every time you got off the ground, he was a significantly less version of himself.
Yeah.
So talk about that sinking ship. We talked about it before the fight. Remember, we're just gonna put holes in him, and after a while, he's gonna see the water leaking in his boat, and then he's gonna shoot or fight, do something desperate, make a mistake that he'll capitalize on. Well, man, that water leaked that boat up a lot faster than I think we both anticipated.
Yeah.
He was a significantly way worse version of himself every time they stood back up. And that's exactly why I said what I said, because I saw this crumbling, this sinking ship, and Jared was just getting stronger and more confident. And man, what an awesome thing to see cage side and experience the energy there in Houston, you know what I mean? And oh, it was awesome. Your walkout, the song, just your whole vibe the whole week, just your mindset. Like I told everyone, even the weigh-ins, I don't think Derek believed that he was going to beat you that night. Like you said, he was mimicking you. He was kind of following you, monkey see, monkey do. You looked at him, looked him up and down. He kind of followed you, which means he was watching you instead of worrying about what he was going to do. And that says his mindset really wasn't on himself. It was on you.
Yep.
And we know you and your mindset, and there ain't no one that's touching that, and that's what made the decision out there.
Hell yeah.
Have they set any dates or anything, or how does that all work? Really?
No dates, but my manager has talked to the UFC matchmakers, and they say that I'm next. So they just got to work all the wrinkles out of the contract. Yeah.
Or not who.
Well, we know who. When and where. Yeah.
Right. So one thing we were kind of talking earlier. Robbie's coaching, cornering, but he's also fighting. And we kind of flipped the script here a little bit. Jared cornered for Robbie when they went out to Biloxi there for the bare knuckle brawl. What was that kind of having be on the other side of the coin there a little bit? And like I know you're training partners. I know he's cornered for you. I mean, that's got to be kind of like a good. I mean, you guys both lean on each other. You both know each other's mentalities. You know how you train. Maybe Jay, what was it like for you going out there with Robbie, watching him do his thing, taking the mitts off a little bit?
It was crazy. It was another for me. I don't have much experience with different promotions,
right?
So I always compare it to my own experience with the UFC, and to see what Rob and me and who was out there with us? Was it
Bulldog?
Yeah, David. Bulldog got the way Rob kept us focused on. You know what I'm saying? What he's here to do, not what he has to work with, and just again another fight week going through the motions. Another day in the office. We're gonna get the work in, have as much fun. See what we can, while we're here in this different place. But not really letting anything that may have gone wrong, or may have been perceived to have gone wrong. Things that weren't good or adequate enough, it wasn't really phasing Rob. So it was really cool to see Rob, his mental fortitude, his mentality towards what he's going to do, and again, it just amplifies my own ability to do that as well.
Yeah, I think that's so important too. That mindset the week of the fight, Because people are looking like, and it's just anything to go wrong, and then it's like, oh no, this is wrong, that's right, and then people are quick to play the victim card, and that mindset going into that fight week, that mindset is trained the weeks before that fight, the months before that fight, you know what I mean, the years before that fight. You know, we've always heard this sport is more mental than anything, and you really don't figure that out till being a decade or more, you know, in the sport, and realize how mental this stuff really is. That's why I love having you and Bulldog there in my corner. It was just guys that I would pick with me to go on a brawl, go out in the battlefield to go fight and die with, you know what I mean? Like that kind of confidence, just walking into that ring with you guys, walking into that room to knowing you were in my corner, that gave me all the confidence and all the mindset I needed. You know what I mean? That's literally why I brought you guys out there, was just to feel that confidence of knowing you guys are by my side. And because it's crazy, man. These are barbaric and as animalistic as it gets, you know, putting two humans in a cage and fist fighting, you know, and it says it's as primal as it gets. And there's nothing more primal than rolling with your boys out to go a battlefield, you know what I mean? And for me, the mindset thing was having you guys there in the corner. So I appreciate you guys coming out with me for that, and was stoked to get the victory for you guys.
Oh yeah, good time.
Well, I gotta ask you, what was your favorite part about your fight and everything, this last one?
The favorite part? Let me think. I would have to say the day of weigh-ins.
Yeah.
Outside of course, winning the fight. That moment of fighting and winning the fight, I don't think anything could trump that.
Yeah.
But outside of just the fight week, I would have to say weigh-ins. The morning of weigh-ins was cool. And then I got my hair braided by my sister-in-law, and she did a real good job. So I felt like $1 million because she had my hair looking real nice. The weigh-ins, you know, I felt like I was the best one on the card.
Heck yeah.
You know?
Heck yeah.
And I still feel like that. You know, I feel like I could have whooped anybody on the card if I wanted to.
Fuck yeah.
And then when I got in front of my quarry, I felt like, yeah, this is going to be easy work. I looked the man up and down and shook my head like, yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be real fun letting loose on him. And then, like you said, when I saw him mimicking me, I just saw him trying to find a way to be that guy. And he's like, oh, let me just do what he just did. And I was like, nope, that ain't it.
Yeah.
So that just showed a kink in his armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the fight was fucking awesome. The fight felt like light as air is one way I can put it. Nice. All the shit that he was doing felt like a non-threat to me. Nice. Even the shots that he hit me with, they didn't feel like they were hard or concussive.
Right.
People say he knocked me down in that first round. I was just off balance.
Yeah.
He did good at scrambling for the choke and all that good stuff. You know, he did his job. He tried to win the fight, but how it affected me, like I said, it felt light as air. So I was able to deal with any and everything he was able to throw at me. And when that second round came around, I felt even lighter, even looser. I felt more open, more mobile, so I could open up a little bit more. Not really observing him, really started putting it on him. And we saw how that ended.
I knew you were going to knock him out that second round, too. Remember I told you in the middle, I'm like, you're going to knock him out this round. I'm on this fucking round. I'm going to go for that Vega, try to knock him out. You know what I mean? It was awesome. And it was your like you said, your mindset throughout round one didn't alter at all. You have such a game face out there, and just I thought he was concussed in round one. He was fighting like he was concussed, and then what the cameras didn't show is, dude, how long homeboy didn't get off the mat. Like after you knocked him out, dude, he was on the ground for like a solid 5 minutes, and then when he finally got up off the ground, he had to sit on the stool, and he couldn't even get up. Like he was fucked up. And it wasn't just the 2 shots at the end, like where his head was between your elbow on the ground. He just took all that force and freaking power, but it was a series of just concussive shots up to that. You know what I mean? Like I swear, he was shooting like he was concussed and fighting like he was concussed. You know what I mean? It was a weird Derek Brunson in there. I think he underestimated your power and your reach, and when you touch these guys, I think it rattles their brain and their bones, and they feel it, and then they go into shock.
Yeah.
you know.
That's a good way. Like it rattled their bones for real.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah, he looked huge. I mean, that's everything, you know. But just like visually, I was like, man, he had this camp perfect.
Yeah.
And fast too, because you know some guys that get big, it's like you gotta have the quicks too.
Yeah.
They looked like you know those guys say like those home run shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They
It's like
just
put
all these guys
together.
just break. Man, Anderson broke, Hermanson broke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy, dude. And
Yeah,
Derek
that was
broke way
beautiful.
faster than we thought. You know, I thought he was going to be a little bit more durable than what he showed out there, and it's just a testament to your game plan and your mindset.
So,
I think.
Sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
I just because of that last performance and how he performed, I think that Jared is the first physical as well as mental threat to the throne, the middleweight throne right now. You know what I mean? It's of course there's been contenders and like Whitaker had that chance or whatever, but I don't think, man, Whitaker's a one-trick pony when it comes down to like even the fighting style between him and Izzy. Like I think he just went out there and showed kind of a one-trick pony style this last fight, and Izzy really wasn't threatened. He was able to kind of skate away and cruise, just kind of skate through that fight pretty safe.
Took
You know
the
what I mean?
weapons away.
He ain't gonna be able to do that with Jared, dude. You know, man, the footwork, the mindset, all that stuff. I think Jared checks off all the boxes going into this championship fight that a lot of other contenders couldn't check off.
Yeah.
They just got the opportunity because things fell
A lot
in their
of guys
favor.
lunge in. We're gonna move in on them. And march them down. We're gonna corner it. That's usually how it goes in my fights. You know, we get in there and I get in their face and they tend to move away.
Right.
So I'm gonna corner him with real good footwork, and then we're gonna. That's the plan, because he likes to sit in front and feint and do a whole bunch of stuff, try to confuse you.
So right back in camp, Jay. I think I saw you in there last week.
Yeah, I was back into training.
Just kinda playing.
I wouldn't call it camp just yet
Yeah,
because
just playing around a little bit.
yeah. Today I'm starting a fast, so I'm gonna take a 3-day fast,
Nice.
Okay,
and I'm not gonna be training or anything during that time. So
I got you. What is a lot of juice or what? What's like?
the only thing is a lot of water.
Water?
But we're gonna be juicing fruits and vegetables. That's it.
Gotcha.
Fruits, herbs, and vegetables.
What juicer you use? Using ones Rob's got? What do you use that bullet, Rob? What do you use?
Oh, I use a blend tech.
Blendtec?
Yeah, that's more of like a blender.
We're gonna actually. I don't know what they call it, but it's a juicer. It actually extracts the juice from the pulp,
Got it.
and it separates.
Oh,
So I'm not gonna have any of the pulp, none of that fiber or anything.
Okay.
Just the juice.
First time you done it?
I've done it before.
Oh, okay.
I did it when I was going from heavyweight to light heavyweight,
Nice.
and that changed my body drastically. I mean, like lasting effects.
Really?
And that was
Like your waist?
like my whole body changed. Yeah,
Got you.
yeah.
How much weight did you lose? Do you remember really? Or is it kind of just an overall?
I got down to like 220, and
Yeah.
that's when I was fighting at light heavyweight.
Got you.
Yeah,
That's awesome to give yourself a break too, because it's resetting your gut biome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's a great thing to do now before going into this next fight is
yeah,
resetting your internal organs. And now you're going to be able to process energy and food and nutrients for the next few months up till the next fight.
yeah,
I think that's
Lot
freaking
better.
awesome.
yeah.
Today's the first day of it, you said?
Yeah.
Doing today, yeah. Right
So,
on.
so Jay, when you were in Houston, I saw you in front of that large bowl.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that? Was that a crystal bowl or what was that?
Yeah, there
What was
was
going
at the hotel we were staying at. There was a mall attached to it,
Okay.
so we would go to the mall. I think Rob and Randy ate a Cheesecake Factory like every day.
Yeah, I saw their
literally every
fucking
day.
story.
Uh,
they were eating good.
Yeah, I ate the first day. I had fish tacos, and it was okay.
Right.
But there was a store there called Karma and Luck, I believe, and they just sell like stones, crystals, metalwork. They shape in those different signs. And they had crystal bowls and shit there, and they had that really big ass crystal bowl. I think she said it was a 900 hertz crystal bowl. So we were fucking around with that, playing around with that, and I ended up buying a pyrite necklace, and we were using that to bless it or cleanse it or something. So you just set it in there, and you work the bowl, get that sound going, and that thing was crazy though. She said don't get too close. She told us not to get too close to it, because it can make you go deaf if you really get it
word?
going. Yep. if you get close, it can fuck your ears up.
Yeah, great power.
But you can feel, you can
Great
feel it.
responsibility.
Yeah, you can feel that vibration, like in the air. You put your hands up to it, you can feel it vibrating in the air. I felt it like in my body.
Yeah.
Like when I stood up to it, I could feel it like vibrating throughout my whole body.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
So that thing was nice. I was gonna buy it too, man. It was $1,200. It was $1,200, and I was gonna buy it. And I told the lady, I'll buy it if I get a first round knockout.
Oh wow.
And the universe didn't think
Close.
I needed it just yet. So we were close.
That thing was awesome. It's freaking huge. But dude, I have smaller ones. I have two of them in my house. I have like a little brass one and like a big crystal one. But
Yeah.
I'll put water in it and I'll do that. And I'll give it to my dog and I'll drink out of it in the morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I want to get a real big crystal one too, though.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of them, all assorted different colors,
Oh yeah, for the chakras.
corresponding to the chakras. Yeah.
Heck yeah. That was quartz, that white one that we had, or the big one, those quartz, which is crazy because that whole bowl is like, right, neither solid nor liquid nor gas. So
Yeah.
that's like a giant crystallized form of light, essentially. That whole bowl, you know?
Wow.
That's freaking crazy. It's awesome. It all goes hand in hand with, human development and all that. And I don't know, it's cool. I think, and these violent sports and all that stuff too, and how stressful life gets and everything, I think it's so important that, these athletes kind of,
Have a different outlet or a different
yeah,
intake. Hell, even
yeah,
of energy.
yeah. Because that's a lot of energy that you're manipulating out there too that night of the fight. Every single person under that roof in that building,
Yeah.
your energy, that your opponent's energy, his corner, like all that stuff, man. And I think you do such an awesome job of just managing that. And that's a testament to the lifestyle you live outside the gym.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
I've learned to shield myself from a lot of external energies, so I'm able to step out and go many different places and be able to thrive, if you will. So when I walk from the back to the octagon, everybody's looking at you, looking at me, and even after this fight, even for this fight, this last fight, when I walked out, you get the crowd being there. This is my first time back with the crowd since COVID. And just having the crowd there was pretty cool. But as I walk out, I saw my cousins and my brothers out there, and this is their first time being in my fights. So I saw the men in my family, you know what I'm saying? I saw that masculine energy that I drew from as growing up and shit.
Yeah.
And when I saw them, I just felt that surge of energy. Like, yeah, we finna go to war now. I'm finna go to battle.
Like, yeah.
So that was really cool to have them out there for the first time.
They had to be going crazy.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, that was going crazy. But it's crazy though, because as soon as the ref said go, none of that mattered.
Right.
All of that, everything that happened before went away. All the thoughts that made what could happen after wasn't there. So there's only the present moment, the now. There's no past, there's no future, there's no all the training we did, we've done it. When he shoots on me, you don't think of, okay, we was in a hotel working this like that.
Yeah.
There's no time for that, to be honest. And if you got time for that, then more power to you.
Yeah.
But in the middle of it, none of that matters. Nothing matters. And that's the crazy thing about fighting.
Fuck.
Nothing fucking matters.
Yeah.
You break your arm in a fight, that shit really don't matter because I'm in a fight. As long as you can focus on the fight.
Right.
You got a dude choking you out or trying to pry your arm.
Right.
As long as you've been training, as long as you got the skills drilled in, you're gonna fucking fight your way out of it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fight those hands. You're gonna fucking do something. Or you're gonna go fight or flight, right? You're gonna try as hard as you can until you gas out, or you're gonna just say, "Fuck it, let me get out of here."
Yeah.
So,
Fuck, man, I can't believe you pulled that off in that Whitaker fight with that arm shattered like that.
Yeah, that's still
That's so gnarly, dude. That's like one of the gnarliest things I've seen in the sport,
yeah,
Like,
I went back and watched it too, and I was like, "Damn, I could have done so much more." Is what I keep telling myself with that one arm. I could have done so much more.
yeah.
Still critical on myself, and I'll go back and look at it.
It's all part of the journey, though.
Yeah,
Just your mindset and your facial expression, like how you didn't show that you were injured and you were able to fight fucking four more rounds like that?
3.
Or is it three
Yeah, it
rounds?
was 3 rounds, 14 minutes.
Damn. Yeah, because it broke the first first minute of the first round.
Yeah.
So even just that alone, 14 minutes with a shattered arm, to have a game face like that, not to let the opponent know that you're injured, just so he can't come in front of you, like that alone, just what you learned that self, and you were able to execute that night.
Yeah, that poker face. Like, I don't think he knew you were hurt.
He didn't.
You know?
Yeah, he told me. He didn't. I didn't even know.
I didn't even know his shit was broken until we were sitting down hanging out after in the club. I was like, what the heck, dude?
Yeah.
I thought, man, crazy. Just different level shit, dude. You know what I mean? Different level shit. Like you said, it's fight or flight. That's what we train here at the lab, and I think it's your subconscious that goes in there and competes that night. You know, when a guy shoots on you, your back's up against that fence, or you're in a pocket, like you said, you have no time to think. So it's your subconscious that just activates, you know?
And it's crazy what you can tap into. When you tap into that right there, your subconscious, everybody's seen the depiction of consciousness, as consciousness is the tip of the iceberg that everybody can see. And your subconscious is that big ass part of the iceberg that you can't see.
Yeah.
And that's crazy when you say that and you tap into that. I don't even know what to call it. When you tap into that energy, all the potentiality with that extra 90% of subconscious energy that you've got stored up inside of you.
Yeah.
We can go real deep into it, start talking about akashic records, past lives, ancestral experiences. We experience the same thing our ancestors have in their DNA. They pass down to us. So,
like Assassin's Creed,
just like Assassin's Creed,
exactly
hell
like
yeah,
Assassin's
just
Creed.
like that. Yep.
And that's very real. Your every single cell of the human body has memory. As a matter of fact, every single cell has every single organ that your whole body has. It has like a liver, a heart, kidneys, all that. The cells do. It's as above, so below. It's kind of nuts. And talking about the whole subconscious thing, like it's truly the 90% of the iceberg that people don't see, and that most people don't even really get to tap into, or don't know that it's theirs to tap into.
Yeah.
You know.
Or what? Yeah, exactly. Like G.I. Joe say, right? Knowing is half the battle.
Yeah. Right. Like that Akashic Records, you just said something so gnarly, but like not a lot of people, most people probably won't even hear that term in their life.
I don't think
the Akashic Records. So the Akashic Records, the best way to explain it would be, think of like what the avatars experienced when they plugged into that tree on the movie Avatar.
Okay.
Remember they plugged in and then they obviously were flooded with all the memories of like the planet and like their family and their ancestors. Okay. It's like every memory still exists and is still alive. So the Akashic Records is basically a universal like library of every single thing that's happened, and it's there for people that are able to tap into it and figure it out how. It's crazy shit, dude. It's crazy shit.
That's how people channel a lot of information and stuff, seers and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Akashic.
The ability to really tap in and take note of that stuff.
It's AKASHIC, Akashic.
Akashic.
Yeah, just go. Yeah, research that. It's pretty fucking interesting, and it goes hand in hand with like the halls of Amenti, you know, below the Great Pyramids and all that, that's like a stargate in itself. But it goes hand in hand, you know, the Akashic Records, these stargates. Again, it all falls under the umbrella of just human potential.
Gotcha.
Right, we're talking about intergalactic stargates and freaking cosmic memories, but this conversation started from martial arts. And look at what a cool place it took us to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Man, Bruce Lee really did say it best when he said that martial arts is a catalyst for human development.
Yeah.
You know, man, it really fucking is, dude. And here we got one of the best martial artists in the game with us, and man, it's been so cool to see you freaking do your thing, dude. And it's just the beginning. Like you said, man, you still only showed 40% of what you can do out there. We didn't even need to show a lot of the stuff to beat Derek. Man, you haven't even showed 50% of what you can do in that ring, and now we're gonna go out there and fight for the biggest belt in the biggest, you know, it's the biggest division, biggest belt in the sport. It really is, you know, like it's the biggest name, and I think you're the biggest contender that he's ever faced. So, dude, this thing's gonna fucking be built up to be the biggest fucking MMA fight, the biggest UFC fight, the biggest title fight we've seen in a long fucking time.
I feel like it's gonna be fun.
It's exciting shit, dude.
Yeah, it's trippy saying like I know you too, like, you know, because you know you see you at the gym all the time, and And then like you're on TV, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, hey, I know this guy. People are like, dude, what are you even talking about? I'm like, no, he's like a normal guy. Like I know, you know, but it's just kind of surreal, bro. But it's a beautiful thing watching it all come together and all the hard work. And I know the between the ears aspect of the game you really tackle head on, and it's inspirational, bro. Inspirational shit. I love it. And all the guys in the gym look up to you. Guys and girls look up to you too. So
Yeah.
it's good stuff, man. Can't wait. Rob, you got anything else today? What are you thinking?
No, it's pretty good. Just wanted to touch base since the fight, and man, that's awesome.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Jay. It's huge,
Yeah.
bro. Anything else before we take off, Jay? You good?
I appreciate you guys having me once again.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Next time you guys have me on, it'll be before or after I've acquired my championship belt.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna be wearing it for the next show.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's do
There
it.
we go.
Yeah.
Love that.
Fuck Bisbee.
That was
Fuck you,
Fuck
Michael.
Michael Bisbee. I was being dumb.
yeah. Those are their words, not
Yeah, I
mine.
was being dumb,
Mike
man.
Bisbee,
I fucking said it. What?
he's entitled to his own opinion. To be honest, there's a lot of people out there who are, you know, they think, oh yeah, he's finna get his ass whooped by Izzy. He's gonna get his ass whooped by Izzy. So
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
and it's funny. It's funny when I see that because they just don't know. You know, ignorance is bliss, and you guys can
Yes, sir.
stand on your opinions and whatever you guys think will happen. But I'm working to surprise the fuck out of you motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
So
Stay tuned, man.
exactly. Stay
Yeah.
fucking tuned.
I love it. Cool. Well, thanks for having it. Coming by, Jay. Always
Yeah.
a pleasure. I know you can do a lot of interviews once again. It's a blessing. Rob,
Thank you guys. Yeah. We'll see you.
appreciate it. It's a good one, guys. Send it to your friends. Wow.
Later.